Hello and welcome to game number 27, the 1977 Red Sox replay using Strat-o-Matic Baseball. This is Eric from High Ground Gaming. Hope everybody's doing well. As you can see here, the Red Sox, this is a game from May 11th, 1977, which was my sister's birthday, her 8th birthday. Anyway, as you can see, the Red Sox are tied with the Orioles for first place. They're percentage points behind the Orioles. But again, being game number 27, I've already played the Baltimore game today, and they lost today's game. So therefore, they're tied as far as the standings go. So if the Red Sox can get a victory today, they did lose the first game of the series. It's only a 2-game series. The last game was on Monday, May 9th, and I think probably the May 10th game probably got rained out, I'm guessing. Just by that gap in the series. Normally you wouldn't play a game, then have a day off, and then play another game. So it's probably some kind of a rain out or something like that here in California during the spring in California here in Oakland. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this game underway. You can see the rest of the standings there. Kansas City leads in the West, a half game ahead of Minnesota. So, all right, so let's get this game underway. Oops. Let's see, boom. New scheduled. There we go. Alright, so play day. As I already have played the day. Alright, so it's going to be Fergie, Jenkins against Medich. Yep. Okay. Let's play ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alright, so it's a bad day, as the weather says, here at Oakland Coliseum. So I'm guessing my prediction was correct that it was a rain out yesterday, but good enough to play today. The Red Sox hope to gain a split of the series with a win today. So Medich on the hill. So far in the season, as Oakland has struggled, he has struggled too. He's 0-2 with a 17.25 earned run average, 12 innings pitched. He's allowed 22 hits, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts, and has surrendered 5 long balls. So a home run almost every 2 innings. So, well, yeah, over a home run every 2 innings. So pretty, well, a little less than a home run, I guess, yeah. So pretty bad start to the season, but he hopes to correct this against the Red Sox today. Red Sox hope to take advantage of his bad start. As you can see, on a bad day in Oakland, singles are 0-0, and home runs are just 1-2 for lefties and righties. So it will put a damper on the offense, probably. Doubles 97, triples 95. Anything below 100 is less than average there. All right, so the lineup for the Red Sox can be Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off, followed by Denny Doyle, the second baseman. Jim Rice, the DH, bats third. Kyle Yastrzemski will be the left fielder hitting cleanup. George Scott, the first baseman, hits fifth. Carlton Fisk behind the plate hits sixth. The center fielder, Dwight Evans, getting a start in center today, bats seventh. Bernie Carbo also getting a start in right today. And Butch Hobson, the third baseman, bats ninth. So a little different looking lineup defensively and for the Red Sox. All right, so the defense behind Medich is going to be Page in left, north center Armas in right. The infield left to right is Gross, Scott, Perez, and Allen. So pretty subpar defense, either average or below average. And Manny Sanguine behind the plate. Medich, below average fielding pitcher with a bad hold rating of +4. And Sanguine with a bad throwing arm of +2. So the Red Sox, if they're going to run, today would be the day to do it. All right, so Medich on the hill. Looks in for the sign from Sanguine. Burleson comes in hitting .258 on the season with 4 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he's going to get hit by the pitch. So Medich already wild, hits Burleson, shakes it off, and heads to first. So the corners, Allen and Gross, are going to play in on the grass. Denny Doyle to the plate now. Denny Doyle hitting .310 with 11 runs batted in. Burleson being held on by Allen. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he's going to shoot one to right field. And we're going to hold Burleson at second with nobody out. So Red Sox get something going already. First 2 runners have reached, first and second, nobody out. For Jim Rice. Jim Rice off to a great start this season. In a little over a month, he's hit .333 with 10 home runs and 27 runs batted in. RBI opportunity here for Rice. Medich looks in for the sign. Looks at the runners. Here's the delivery. And that's going to be a range check on the shortstop, Scott. He's below average range. And that's going to get through. That was a tough play. Oh, we got a rare play here, so we'll see if he does reach. Oh, grounded up the middle on a base hit. Rice is thinking about 2, so Rice goes for 2. And his gun down. But Burleson does score from second, and Doyle reaches third. So Rice getting a little too greedy on the base paths there. Does get an RBI on the single there. All right, so 1 out and Doyle at third. That'll bring up the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. He's hitting .279, 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Medich. And he'll draw the walk. So they put runners at the corners with the 1 down. For the boomer, George Scott, he's hitting .259 with 5 homers, 17 runs batted in. Windup in the pitch to Scott. And it's going to be a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. So we'll see if Fisk can continue the inning for the Red Sox. He's hitting a whopping .385 with 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to get a hold. Now it's going to be over the head of North. That'll get down and go to the wall. Doyle will score. Who do you got running at first? I'm going to send him. Looks like they're going to wave Yastrzemski home. And Yastrzemski is out at the plate. So the Red Sox getting a little aggressive on the base paths, but they do score 2. And lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. So Jenkins with an early lead. So Jenkins, the 4-2 record, but with a high ERA of 5.89. 37 innings pitched, he's allowed 41 hits, 10 walks, and 22 strikeouts, and has surrendered 8 long balls himself. But that in 37 innings. So the lineup for the Athletics is going to be North to center field to lead it off, followed by Scott at short. Mitchell Page, the left fielder, bats third. Dick Allen, the veteran, bats cleanup and plays first. Manny Sanguine behind the plate hits fifth. The third baseman, Wayne Gross, will bat sixth. Earl Williams, the DH, hits seventh. Tony Armas in right field today, hitting eighth. And Perez, the second baseman, bats ninth. So the Red Sox defense behind Jenkins is going to be Yastrzemski in left, Evans in center, Carbo in right. The infield left to right is Hobson, Burleson, Doyle, and Scott, and behind the plate, Fisk. So corners, Hobson and Scott are going to play in on the grass for North, who could drop down a bunt at any time. He comes in hitting .323 with 9 runs batted in. And it's going to be grounded back to Jenkins. He fields it, tosses it to Scott, and North is retired for out number 1. So to bring up Scott, the shortstop. He comes in hitting .241 with 9 runs batted in. Pitched by Jenkins. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Evans is there. Off to the races, he dives and makes the catch. A nice diving catch by Dewey for the second out of the inning. So to bring up Mitchell Page. Left fielder comes in hitting .365 with 5 homers, 30 runs batted in. And that's going to be a range check on Jenkins. Jenkins is above average range. He'll get to it. Lots of errors there, though. And he will commit the error, allowing Page to reach. As the throw pulls Scott off the bag. So Page reaches with 2 outs. And to bring up Dick Allen, hitting just .221 with 2 homers, 18 runs batted in. Page being held on by Scott. Can't seem to get a good lead. Jenkins trying to hold him close. And this time Jenkins will handle this one over to Scott to end the inning. So the error does not prove costly. And it remains 2-0 Boston after 1. All right, so bottom third of the order, Evans, Carbo, and Hobson up for the Red Sox. Evans comes in hitting .385. He's off to a good start with showing lots of power. 8 home runs and 28 runs batted in. He only had 14 for the season. Only 220 bats, so Evans did not play a full season in 1977. All right, so he gets one in the wheelhouse. And going, and gone. So Evans, with his 9th home run of the season, makes it a 3-0 Boston lead. So to bring up Bertie Carbo again, he's starting right today. Carbo comes in hitting .346 with a homer and 7 runs batted in 26 at-bats. And we got the walk column for Carbo. And he will draw the walk. So he'll be held on by Allen. Hobson up to the plate now. The number 9 hitter comes in hitting .262 with 4 homers, 18 runs batted. Carbo being held on by Allen. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. This could be 2 over to Perez for 1. Back to Allen at first. 6-4-3 double play to empty the bases. So top of the order, Burleson up to the plate now. Burleson reached his first time up. And hit by a pitch. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he'll ground one to his counterpart. Scott up with it. Over to Allen. 6-3 on the putout to end the inning. But the Red Sox add a run on the solo home run by Dwight Evans, his 9th of the season, and lead at 3-0 after 1.5. So it'll be Sanguin, Gross, and Williams up for the Athletics. Jenkins now with enjoying a 3-run lead. Sanguin hitting .255 with a homer and 12 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Jenkins, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. Stremski's there. Camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Some scores from around the league. Texas leads Chicago 4-0. California over Baltimore 1-0. Minnesota over Detroit 4-2. And Milwaukee and Cleveland are scoreless. So we have Gross with the 1 down. Gross hitting .294 with 11 homers, 26 runs batted in. So the problem hasn't been the offense for the A's. It's been the pitching, it looks like, for the most part. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that will be the first walk issued by Fergie. So 1 out and 1 on. He'll be held on by Scott. Williams up to the plate now. He's hitting .230 with 2 homers, 11 runs batted in. And that's going to be a base hit. Just past Burleson. Gross will hold up at second, and the tying run will come to the plate in Tony Armas. Armas hitting .259 with 2 homers, 9 runs batted in 58 at-bats. Runners get the lead. Jenkins tries to keep the runners close. Kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hobson. This could be 2 over to second one, back to first. Double play, and that will do it for the Athletics in the second. So after 2 full, it remains Boston 3 and Oakland nothing. So Doyle Singleton scored his first time up. Delivery by Medich. That's going to be a fly ball to the opposite field. Page is there. Racing hard, dives, and catches it. So that one took off on Page. So 1 down now for Jim Ed Rice. Had an RBI single. His first time up was thrown out trying to stretch that single to a double. And that's going to go to right. Armas drifting over and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox third. Brings up the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. He walked his first time up. And he'll draw the walk again. So 2-out walk to Yastrzemski. Allen holding him on. Scott up to the plate now. His delivery by Medich. That's going to be a ground ball to Gross at third. Over to Scott first to end the inning. So after 2.5, it remains Red Sox 3 and the Athletics nothing. So Perez to lead it off here for the A's in the third. He hit .273 with he's hitting .273 with 2 runs batted in just 33 at bats. And it's another ground ball back to Fergie. He handles it over to Scott for out number 1. So Jenkins getting a lot of play, a lot of work in the field today. All right, top of the order North, 0 for 1. And he'll reach on a walk. So second walk given up by Jenkins. North is a threat to steal. Scott will hold him. Jenkins try to keep him close. And it'll bring up Scott. 0 for 1 on the day. It's going to be a base hit to right. We're going to throw for the lead runner here. And North is thrown out at third. So a nice play by Carbo. Doing an a la Evans in right field. Guns him down. Scott advances to second on the throw. But they do get the lead runner. So it'll be Mitchell Page 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Shallow fly towards Evans. Charges, dives for it, and makes a nice catch. So nothing doing for the A's in the third, and it remains 3-0 Boston after 3. So Fisk doubled his first time up. This time he'll fly out to left. On the changeup, Mitchell's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Evans homered his first time up. His 9th of the season. It's going to be a fly ball to Mitchell. This one's going to drop in. And Page has trouble with it. Gets past him and chases it around, and Evans will reach third. So credit Evans with a single and a 2-base error on Page. And Evans is at third with less than 2 outs. So Carbo with an RBI opportunity walked his first time up. And hits the walk column again. Carbo will reach. So Medich with his 4th walk of the day. Medich, pretty wild. Not showing good stuff today once again. So it'll be a carbo with runners at the corners and one down. Oakland playing back, hoping for the double play. Actually, the corners are playing in, sorry. Gross and Allen are playing in. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Armis a little bit better range than Page. We'll get to it. Oh, but he's going to have difficulty with it. Evans will score easily. And he has to chase it down. And that will allow Hobson to motor into second. They hold Carbo at third. So a two-base error on Armis. So Oakland having difficulty in the field this inning. That'll be an unearned run. So Burleson, with a couple of runners, ducks on the pond there in scoring position. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Let's see if Armis can handle this one. And this time he will. Carbo is going to tag Armis with an average arm. Let's see if he decides to tag. And no, that's looks like Carbo is going to hold there. So Doyle, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Pitch by Medich. And it's going to be a ground ball to Allen. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 3. So that could have been a lot worse. 2 Oakland errors, but only 1 Boston run. But they do increase their lead now 4-0 after 3.5. So Dick Allen comes to the plate first. He was 0 for 1 so far on the day. Fly ball to center. Evans ranges to his right, reaches up, and takes it for an easy out. So 1 down now in the Oakland 4th. Sanguian 0 for 1 on the day. Make that 0 for 2 as he grounds out to Doyle. 4-3 on the putout for out number 2. So Gross walked his first time up. And it's going to be on the catcher card. See if Fisk can make the catch. Pops it up. Ooh, and we get a rare play here. No one is taking charge, and it drops in the middle of Jenkins, Scott, Hobson, and Fisk. No one called for it. And that's going to be a base hit for Gross, allowing him to reach with 2 outs. Let's see if Oakland can capitalize on the miscue by the Boston defense. Williams 1 for 1 on the day. And it's going to be a ground ball to Doyle, a range check. He'll get to it. Over to Scott, 4-3 on the putout to end the inning. So it remains 4-0 after 4. So that'll be Rice, Yastrzemski, and Scott this inning against Medich back on the hill. Medich has 70 pitches through 4 innings. Rice 1 for 2 with an RBI. Gets one in the wheelhouse. Down the left field line. Page is back. And makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. So Yastrzemski's walked twice in 2 plate appearances. And it's going to be a line to Perez. He snaps it for the out. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 5th. Scott 0 for 2 to the plate now. Medich looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. And looks like he's going to get it. Fly ball. And nice diving catch by Page. And the Red Sox go in order in the 5th. So halfway through, the Red Sox shutting out the Athletics 4-0. So Armas 0 for 1 up to the plate now. Range check on Evans. Evans with above average range in center. Will make the catch for out number 1. Alright, so 1 down now for Perez. Perez 0 for 1. Range check on Doyle. Doyle above average range. Gets to it. Oh, but he's going to boot it. So second error for the Red Sox. So each team now with 2 errors. Perhaps the wet grass and the bad misty day it is outside is causing some issues with the fielding. Alright, so Perez will reach on the error by Doyle. He'll be held on by Scott. North up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll walk for the 2nd time today. So that'll put runners on 1st and 2nd for Scott, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Red Sox playing back for 2. And it's another play on the catcher card. Looks like it might be a foul out. Fisk drops the mask. Makes the catch against the stands for out number 2. And the runners hold. So Page 0 for 2. See if he can atone for his error. Ground ball to short. Wilson above average range. Gets to it. Fires to Scott. And that will do it for the Athletics. So it remains Boston 4, Oakland nothing after 5 full. Medich out to at least start the beginning in the 6th inning. Medich up to 83 pitches. Fisk 1 for 2 with a double. Draws the leadoff walk. So Evans now has a .483 on-base percentage, among the league's best. He's 2 for 2 today with a solo home run. Fisk gets his leadoff first. Evans in the box. Takes a called 3rd strike for out number 1. Yeah, both pitchers are complaining about the slippery conditions. Carbo has walked twice also. He and Yastrzemski have both reached twice via the walk. And this time, Medich shall get him swinging for out number 2. So Hobson 0 for 2 looking for his first hit of the day. And he'll get it. Base hit to the left. Fisk will... I want to send him. Fisk will reach 3rd as the ball is cut off. So runners at the corner, so if pass ball or a wild pitch could score a run. Burleson 0 for 2 with a run scored. And that is going to be it from Medich as... Is it Dick Coleman? Yeah, Joe Coleman, sorry. Joe Coleman will come in to pitch for the Athletics. He's 1-2 with a save, a 3.58 earned run average in 28 innings. He's allowed 29 hits, 8 walks, 8 strikeouts, and has surrendered 4 home runs. He'll try to get out of the jam here. Medich responsible for both base runners. And that's going to be a ground ball to 2nd. Perez grabs it over to 1st to end the inning. So after 5.5, it remains Boston 4 and Oakland nothing. It'll be Allen, Sanguin, and Gross up against Jenkins in his 6th inning of work. Jenkins up to 84 pitches. And that's a fly ball to right. And Cairo has it for out number 1. Jenkins allowed just 3 hits so far. Definitely his best outing of the season. So Sanguin 0 for 2 also. Ooh, but Sanguin gets one in the wheelhouse here. And that's going to be a base hit to left. So just the 4th hit. Jenkins is going to get some stirring in the Boston pen. So Gross now 1 for 1 with a walk. This time Jenkins gets him on a called 3rd strike for out number 2. So that'll be Earl Williams is 1 for 2. And that's a pop-up. Burleson drifts over, waves everybody off, and makes the catch to end the inning. So after 6 full, Boston still leads Oakland by 4. So Coleman back on the hill for his 2nd inning of work. Doyle 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll ground one to his counterpart. Perez up with it over to Allen for out number 1. This game moving along quite quickly. So it'll bring up Bryce 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ground ball back to Coleman. Coleman, an average range pitcher. He'll get to it. But he's going to have trouble with it. Off his glove. And Rice will reach on the error. So Oakland's 3rd error of the day. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Rice being held on by Allen. Yastrzemski gets one in the wheelhouse. Shoots it back up the middle. Rice will hold at 2nd as he has trouble with his footing and slips a little bit. Decides to hold at 2nd. So 1st and 2nd with a 1 down for George Scott. Scott with a chance to contribute with a base hit here. He's 0 for 3 so far. And that's going to get away from Coleman, and Sanguin can't handle it. And it'll be a wild pitch, and that'll allow the runners to move up. So 2nd and 3rd now. So base hits could score 2 here. And that's going to be a ground ball to Scott, the shortstop. He's got below average range. He'll get to it. Throws the first to get him as the runners hold. So Fisk 1 for 2 with a double. And they're going to walk him intentionally to load the bases for the dangerous Dwight Evans, who's 2 for 3 with a home run now. Home run could put this game away. And that's going to be it for Coleman as Jim Umberger is going to come in. Umberger on the season. He's got an 0-1 record with a 3.68 earned run average, 15 innings pitched. He's allowed 24 hits, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts. Evans in the box, ready to grip and rip. Here's the windup in the pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Goes fishing on that one. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 7th. It's the 7th inning stretch time here in Oakland. Who was the home run leader in 2019 in the National League? Who is the home run leader in 2019 in the National League? I don't really know. It's probably too early for Kyle Schwarber to lead it, but I'm going to say Kyle Schwarber. His name just comes to mind. Pete Alonso with 53. All right, home run leader in 2019 with the New York Mets. All right, we head to the home half of the 17th inning stretch time. Not much to cheer about so far with Athletics. Jenkins back on the hill. Up to 99 pitches. This is likely to be his last inning. Arm is 0 for 2 up to the plate. And that's going to be a called strike 3 looking. And Jenkins gets just his second home run, second strikeout of the day. Perez 0 for 2 on the day. And he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. It's going to be Larry Lintz. Lintz, 294 with 3 RBIs and 34 at-bats. The lefty in the box. Here's the wind-up in the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to Doyle. He handles it easily over to Scott for out number 2. So North 0 for 1. He's reached twice via the walk. This time he'll ground out to short. Burleson's up with it over to Scott. 6-3 on the putout. And Oakland goes in order in the 7th. So Umberger back on the hill. He'll face Carbo to lead it off. Carbo's walked twice against Medich. 0 for 1. And Carbo's going to get a hold of this one. That's going to split North and Armas to the right center field. That'll go all the way up around all the way to the wall. That'll kick around. And Carbo will have himself a rare triple. So Carbo with a leadoff triple here in the top of the 8th. Red Sox trying to add to their 4-run lead. Hobson 1 for 3. And he's going to pop it up to left. Page is there and makes the catch as Carbo stays put at third. So Burleson 0 for 3 with a run scored. And that's going to be straight up the middle. That'll get past the dive of Lintz. Carbo will trot home easily. And the Red Sox now lead at 5-0. So Doyle 1 for 4 with a run scored. And he's going to be lifted for Gusti. So Dave Gusti comes in. Gusti struggles on the year so far. He's 0-3 with a 14.59 earned run average. 12 innings pitched. He's allowed 27 hits, 12 walks, 8 strikeouts. So the relievers of Oakland have struggled also. And that's going to be a walk. That'll push Burleson into scoring position. So first and second with 1 down for Rice, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Over to Allen as the runners move up. Now with 2 down, second and third. Yastrzemski 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. And he'll get his 3rd walk of the day. It looks like Gusti is pitching around Yastrzemski. That'll load the bases for Scott, who's been quiet so far today. He'd love to bust out of it here with a long one. And that'll be it for Gusti. It'll have to be Newman now. So Oakland going through their pen. Newman 0-1. Hello, Newman. 7.20 earned run average. 10 innings pitched. Has allowed 20 hits, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. 3 home runs allowed. So a lot of these pitchers might be regulated to batting practice. So Scott in the box, ready to grip and rip. Gets one in the wheelhouse. But beats it into the ground. And Gross will go the short way to second to retire the side. The Red Sox do add a run and now lead at 5-0 after 7.5. I think I'll let Jenkins go one more inning. We'll see. See how he does here. Alright, so it's going to be Scott who's 1 for 3. Gets underneath one. Evans is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Page hitless on the day, 0 for 3. And Jenkins gets a strikeout swinging. Just his 3rd strikeout of the day for out number 2. Allen 0 for 3 on the day. It's a harmless fly ball to left. Yastrzemski's there. And he'll make the catch as Oakland goes quietly in the 8th. So Oakland down to the last 3 outs. Trail at 5-0 as we head to the 9th. Newman back out there. Fisk 1 for 2 with a double. Lines out to Gross for out number 1. Instead of bringing up Evans, he's 2 for 4 with a homer. Strike 3 called. So Carbo's 1 for 3, 1 for 2. He tripled his last time up. And the Red Sox are going to go 1, 2, 3 here as Carbo flies out to left to end the inning. So Oakland down to the last 3 outs. Jenkins will at least start the inning. Up to 111 pitches. Sanguian 1 for 3 on the day. Has one of 4 Oakland hits today. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski sprints over and makes the catch for out number 1. So Wayne Gross 1 for 2 with a walk. Ground ball to short. Burleson handles it. Fires over to Scott. 2 up and 2 down in the 9th. So Oakland down to their last out. Williams to the plate now. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Jenkins going for the complete game shutout. Oh! And just misses one, does Williams. Yastrzemski is there. Reaches up and makes the catch against the wall. So Jenkins gets the complete game shutout. Definitely one of the best pitching performances by a Red Sox pitcher this year. And definitely the best one by Jenkins. And probably is the best one. I don't know if we've gotten any shutouts this year. But we do now. As Jenkins, with a masterpiece, goes 9 innings, allowing just 4 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. ERA down now below 5 to 4.73, so that's a good sign. As he improves his record to 5-2, and the Red Sox improve to 18-9. And are alone in first place now. So Doc Medich continues to struggle on the season. Falls to 0-3, just 5 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 6 hits. 4 runs, 3 were earned. 5 walks, that was his bugaboo there. 3 strikeouts, allowing a home run to Evans. Coleman goes an inning, allowing 1 hit, scoreless inning. Umbarger goes 2/3 of an inning, allowing 1 run and 2 hits. It was earned. Striking out a batter. Gusti goes 1/3 of an inning, walking 2 batters. And Newman finishes the final inning in a 1/3, striking out 1 batter. So for the Red Sox, the definitely player of the game is Fergie Jenkins, obviously. Dwight Evans got 2 hits, including a solo home run. And every Red Sox batter, except for Scott, had 1 hit. So they spread it out pretty evenly. It's a team effort there. But yeah, definitely Fergie Jenkins gets the player of the game honors with his complete game shutout 4-hitter. So for Oakland, like I said, just Scott, Sanguian, Gross, and Williams with base hits. That was it. And they were all singles. In fact, I don't think there were any. Yeah, there was 1 double by Fisk, a triple by Carbo, and a home run by Evans. And that was it for the extra base hits. So that'll do it for here in Oakland. Let's take a look at the here's the summary there, if you want to look at that. And then here's the score sheet, which I never look at. And then here is the play-by-play. So feel free to pause it and take a look at it. And that's it right there. Okay, let's end the game. Alright, so let's take a look at the standings now. So after the Red Sox victory, they do improve to 18-9. And now have a half-game lead over the Orioles. Alright, so the Red Sox will continue their West Coast trip as they head to Seattle after a day off tomorrow. And on the weekend, they'll be having a 3-game set with the Seattle Mariners, where Louis Tiant will go against Dick Pole in Game 1 on Friday night. So hopefully the Red Sox continue to beat up on the AL West there, as Oakland and Seattle are both just 9 wins apiece, both struggling on the season. So the Red Sox can hopefully beat up on the West Coast there and increase their lead in the AL East. So that's it. So thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy our content and want to see more. And hit that notification bell so you know when we upload new material. So the Red Sox are currently 4 games ahead of their 14-13 record in the actual season. So take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next game of the replay. Bye for now.